Hi everybody, welcome to what is this, Tuesday's video devotional. Today we're going to be looking at one of the festivals in the Old Testament, and it's called the Festival of Booths, or Sukkot, or Sukkoth, and it's a festival. They had two festivals. One was Pentecost at the beginning of the harvest, and then the other one is the Festival of Booths, which was at the end of the harvest, the last of the harvest coming in. And during this time they were expected to think about God and give thanks to God for the harvest. So this is called the Festival of the Shelters, and it's from Deuteronomy chapter 16, beginning at the 13th verse. You must obey the Festival of Shelters for 7 days at the end of the harvest season, after the grain has been thrashed and the grapes have been pressed. This festival will be a happy time of celebrating your sons and daughters, your male and female servants, and the Levites, foreigners, orphans, and widows from your towns. For 7 days you must celebrate this festival to honor the Lord your God at the place he chooses, for it is he who blesses you with bountiful harvest and gives you success in all your work. This festival will be a time of great joy for all. So this is a festival of booths, and one of the things that Jesus does in the New Testament is he takes all of these festivals and he proclaims that he is the fulfillment of all of these festivals. And these festivals were stipulated by God so that his people would follow a rhythm that pointed to God and really to Jesus, because every festival is a shadow of the real thing. Jesus is the real festival, the real thing. So now I want to skip to Colossians 2:16 through 17, because it talks about how Jesus is fulfillment of all of these festivals. It goes like this: So don't let anyone condemn you for what you eat or drink, or for not celebrating certain holy days or new moon ceremonies or Sabbaths. For these rules are only shadows of the reality yet to come, and Christ himself is that reality. So this festival of booths is just a foreshadowing of the reality that is Jesus now. And that's what this is saying. And Christ himself is that reality. Don't let anyone condemn you by insisting on pious self-denial or the worship of angels, saying that they have had visions about these things. Their sinful minds have made them very proud. And they are not connected to Christ, the head of the body, for he holds the whole body together with its joints and ligaments, and it grows as God nourishes it. So you can see here that in Colossians saw that Jesus is the fulfillment of all of those festivals, the Festival of Booths that we just read about, that Jesus is the one who fulfills all that. And a lot of this Old Testament things that are mentioned are simply foreshadows of Jesus, who comes later, who is the fulfillment of all things. If you read the Gospel of John, you'll notice that Jesus is going to each of these festivals, and he is saying, I am, in those festivals. So when he goes to the Festival of Bread, he says, I am the bread that comes from heaven. He does this at each one of the festivals, showing that he is the fulfillment of all that has gone before in the Old Testament. And that's why through the last few months we have been able to find so much in the Old Testament that relates to Jesus, because it's practically all foreshadowing. I mean, in every page there's foreshadowing of Jesus, who is the fulfillment of everything that all of these festivals pointed to. So that's a really neat thing. And today is good to remember that Jesus is fulfillment of everything that we worship and everything that we have and everything that we are, and that according to the New Testament, we no longer have to go by the rules of these festivals because Jesus is in our hearts and helps us just fulfill these festivals and this festival will be fulfilled by us just giving thanks for everything. The other day I was in our house, and we just really love the house we're in, and I just had this overwhelming feeling of thankfulness to God that He is allowing us to be here, to be in the house. And that's the fulfillment of the festival of booths. Jesus is fulfilling in me. He's creating in me a spirit of thankfulness for what I have, which is exactly what the Festival of Booths was giving thanks to God for the harvest, for all the things that He had given them. And in an agricultural society, that's pretty important stuff. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Remember today to give thanks for even the little things in your life that, or maybe even the bad things. Give thanks to God for all things in your life, and you will be fulfilling the Festival of the Booths. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.